Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to episode 6 of Pretty Positive Podcast. I have to remember to say the new name because knowing me, I would say the old name because I switched my names about 3 times. It's ridiculous. But we're going to stick with Pretty Positive. I think it fits me. I think it fits what's going on in this podcast. And yeah, we're going to do that. So, welcome again. Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't subscribed already, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button as well. Comment if you want to. You can DM me some ideas if you have any. I know I've been inconsistent, guys. I don't want to hear it no more. Don't even message me about it. I don't want to hear it. I've been inconsistent, okay? I have a baby. It's a lot of work. I be working. I be forgetting. We're going to get back on track. I know I say that every podcast, but we're going to get back on track and we're going to do what it do, okay? If you don't know who I am, my name is Ronisha, aka Ronnie. You can follow me on all my social medias. The only one I'm really working with right now, you guys already know every time I say it, is Facebook. I'm going to come back to Instagram one day or another. I don't know why I don't be on Instagram. It's just not my thing no more. But you can follow me on Facebook at Ronnie Goodgal. Again, that's RONNIEGOODGAL. Follow me on there. And yeah, let's get started with episode 6. So, I am actually really excited because I don't usually have guests. And today I have a guest today on my podcast. It is my brother Samaj. If you guys didn't know, I have a little brother. And I'm going to let him just say something. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Samaj. You can follow me on Instagram at Maj with 2Js, 4K.
All right. So, we don't really talk as much, right? We talk, we see each other. Me and my brother will he say hi and bye, and we'll have our little side conversations. But we don't sit down and have conversations. And I think that's very important to have conversations with your siblings or whoever the case may be, family members. And sometimes it's kind of hard to open up to family members. It's not a easy thing to do. You know what I mean? Expressing yourself isn't easy for anyone. So we're going to hit on a few topics. I did kind of already tell my brother some of the topics we're going to hit on. I do want to start with just how are you feeling? How are you been? How you been?
I've been good overall. Just staying positive with everything, working,
Yeah.
staying out the way.
Right. That's the only thing you can really do right now.
Yeah.
Because at this point in life, it's like we got to work to make money. You want to stay out of drama because you don't want to be part of no BS. And it's like, what else can we really do until we can reach our goals? So speaking of goals, is there something that you want to focus on right now? Like, is there a goal where you can say that this is where I need to be and I need to focus on this so I can get to my next adventure or whatever?
More just so just pushing myself more overall, as far as getting my clothing line started back again. Just getting my name out there more. As far as social media, and because you know how much social media just changed over years. So
Oh, absolutely.
a lot of stuff is on social media, so just me pushing the brand more and get my name out there more. It's this is a big goal of mine.
Where do you think is has been blocking you from doing pushing yourself on social media? Because I can see the potential. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that know you have seen the potential, but where do you think is the block? Where's the block in that?
It really just be second thoughts. It's not, I wouldn't say it's self doubt, but it's kind of I'm unsure, in a way. But it's something that I do want to do, and I do want to get back into it. Just just finding that motivation to push myself to do it.
Yeah. Do you think it's failure? Do you think you're scared of failing, committing too much? Because I know my problem, especially with my podcast, when it comes to my podcast, I will record an episode. It's not like people don't watch it or listen, you know what I mean? And I get a little bit of feedback back, but I'll be dang, what am I not? I should be hitting certain numbers, or I need to be networking more. I don't got time to network more, and then I start to get in my head. So do you think it's more of a getting in your head situation where it's doubt? You feel doubt within yourself that you don't think you're gonna get the numbers or the views?
I feel like the numbers and the views will come with you just being yourself, and people are just gonna be attracted to that.
Right.
So.
Right.
It's just more so just me, just putting in the work to get it done.
Right.
In a way, and
Right.
work can be a little, taken away from me spending time on one thing because work be so draining and stuff, and I be
Right.
like 8 hours a day. Like,
Yeah.
it's almost the end of the day by the time I could like do a video or something like that.
Right. And then by the time you get off of work, it's like, I'm tired. I want to do the things I want to do, or I need to complete whatever else I need to finish up from yesterday. And it's like, I'm not about to do that right now. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying with that. That's a lot, especially with me now having a baby. It's even, you're lucky because you don't have a kid right now. You know what I mean? That's why I want you to focus, because you do still have a little bit of time before you have kids and you'll be able to actually commit to these things. With me now, I have to be like, I got to figure out how to do this when I don't got my baby up or when he's quiet, or you know what I mean? So it's still possible. You just got to, I guess, we both have to really like take our time and plan stuff out and dedication.
Yeah.
So speaking on that, is there something that you want to accomplish in the next 5 years? Like, is there, besides your social media can be a thing, but anything else that you want to accomplish in the next 5 years?
Besides like building my socials up, probably like eventually like getting a house or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big goal of mine.
Like being an owner, or?
Yeah, probably like a homeowner.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely want to move outside of Buffalo. So
Yeah. Is
That's
there
a
any
goal.
more area particular that you have been, like, if you could say, I want my dream home here, where would that be? It can be anywhere in the world. It can be even wherever. Just think big. So where would you say, I want my home to be? And I'm okay with living there for the rest of my life.
probably either Miami or Houston.
You always say Miami. You always say Miami. I never personally been to Miami, so it's like I don't know the experience. I've been to Orlando, and I love Orlando. I would love to move to Orlando. But everybody, you always say Miami. And I'm surprised you said Houston. I know you like Houston. You went. So.
Yeah. Houston kind of like, it reminds me of like Atlanta and stuff, so it's like the similarities, but just like different vibes.
Would you ever go back to Atlanta?
I'll go back to Atlanta,
But it's
I wouldn't
not-
be like, I wouldn't be probably like in the same area, probably like a little something more outskirt.
Do you
something
prefer
like that.
cities or suburbs?
Probably like suburbs. I don't mind being in the city though,
Yeah.
because you're like much closer to everything and stuff like that.
Yeah. The only thing about the city is like,
Can
it's
get
so
crowded.
so many people, and it's just I used to like the fast life where it's like, yeah, I want to be right in the heart of the city, be able to do stuff, be able to go somewhere every night, something happening every night. And now I'm kind of like at that age where it's like, I'm cool with just the quiet.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
then
want
like,
no extra stuff.
and like from Miami, it's just like, yeah, it's hot and the humidity is different, but it's like, I don't know, it just make you want to go work and make you like get up because you see the different like houses and cars that you know that you dreamt of like as a kid. So it's like this motivation. Like it's gonna push you towards your goal.
Okay, so I have a question because, hold on, I'm gonna have to pause 1 second. I'm back. It may not seem like I'm back, but I'm back. All right, we can continue the conversation. So I want to touch on something that you just kind of brought up with when you go somewhere else, you're seeing all the cars, the houses. Do you feel like Buffalo is draining because you do not see stuff like that?
Yeah.
At least where we are.
Yeah, it's kind of like rare to see like nice cars, nice houses, unless you like out more in the suburbs.
Yeah.
So it can be like a little dwelling in a way, because a lot of people don't see that stuff, like, so they're not really motivated to get to that.
Right.
A lot of people just settle, and I refuse to settle.
Right. Especially because I think, a cool thing that we were able to experience, and I thank my mom so much for this, and my family just in general, is that we were able to live somewhere else for years. So we were able to experience and see more. I always tell people that even though, like, I take this as a starting over, like, a backpedal type of situation for us when we came back here. But we were able to experience and see, like, what it can be, what life can be without seeing, I guess, I don't know if I'm making sense right now, but we were able to see more. And that keeps me going because I know there's more out there. Some people don't get out the city. Some people stay in the city and they don't get out the city. They barely can go to Niagara Falls. You know what I mean? People are stuck, and I just refuse to be stuck. So I'm with that too. I understand, but I always talk about Miami. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
You always talk about Miami. One place I would think I would really, really want to go, like if I could choose right now, I would probably be Florida. I would love to go to Orlando. I'm an Orlando girl because I love Disney. So I would love to be as close as Disney as possible. I don't know why, but I don't know. I will go to Orlando, or I will try to I don't know. It's kind of hard because I'm all over the place, and now since I have my son, I got to think about schooling and, you know, safe areas. So it's not even about like the actual location for me anymore. It's more of like, is this a good neighborhood for my kid to grow up in? Like, is the schooling good? So I'm thinking more of like in that type of sense now, more than just me just having the time of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm willing to go anywhere as long as it's safe and good schooling and a good opportunity for my son to excel at whatever, you know, that he wants to do in life. So, what would make your life more easier besides money? We know money is a thing, okay? We all need the funds, okay? Because if I had the funds, deuces, okay? I'm out. I'm traveling the world, making videos of me traveling the world. Yeah. I always envy those people that can go around the world and eat food and get paid for it.
Yeah, it's
I would
crazy.
love to do that. If I could do that, my life would be chef kiss. But what would make your life easier besides money?
Besides money, probably like not having to clock into a job.
No, really.
Nobody wants to wake up and have to clock in and work for someone under that you don't even know. Like,
right.
They don't know you exist, and like it's like
right.
I would like rather not have to do that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we got to do that to make funds. So
yeah. No, seriously. If I didn't have to clock in and worry about going to work, and if I miss work, I'm not gonna make the money, and my check gonna be short, I think I would have way less stress in my life, like way less stress. And I think that's one of the things that kind of keeps me going, because it's like I know I gotta get up. Now I know I gotta do it, but it's like, if I could, it would make my life way easier. I would definitely say that.
Yeah, school really just prepped us for a job. Really, we was getting up early in the mornings, getting out of school at like 4 o'clock. It was like working a shift. It basically like prepped us for jobs. I mean, that's what we go to school for, to get a nice job,
right?
To make that money. So it's like
right.
It's like
I never thought of it that way. That is true, because you think about it, we get up, go to school around 7, get out around 3. That's a 7 to 3. That's a 7 to 3 shift. So yeah. Now, would you ever? This is not part of my topics, but have you ever considered going back to school? Because one thing I have recently thought about was going back to school to try to pick up a new skill, even if it's not something I completely take on, but have it as like a part-time situation. That's something that I'm thinking about doing as far as like schooling. So have you ever thought about going back to school at all?
Sometimes I do, but it probably like only be for like fashion.
Oh. Yeah, so have you ever thought about going back to school at all?
Yeah, sometimes I do, but it'd be kind of hard because like balancing that in a job can get overwhelming sometimes. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I feel like if other people can do it, I could do it. And if I was to go back, it'd be like probably like for fashion or something like that, just to get more into it and learn how to make like different clothes and stuff myself. So,
did you ever want to take on graphic design, or do you want to learn how to like sew? Like, what do you want to do in the fashion world when it comes to like that?
I mean, if I can learn how to sew, that'd be cool, because then I can make my own hats and I can make my own sweatpants, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a cool skill to have under your wing.
Right. Anything creative when it comes to that, any way that you can make your own and sell something is always a good trait to pick up. So I completely agree with that. It's just something that takes time to learn, and that's what sucks, is because we're getting older, and it's like we don't want to waste our time on something we don't feel like is gonna help us in the long run. So it's like when we do take the next step of doing something new, we want to make sure it's something that's gonna benefit us. Because even me, like, I've been going through a whole life change recently, where it was like I want more for my son. And right now, the job that I have is a good job. It's a career-based job. You know what I mean? It's not like it's an easy thing to just do. You know what I mean? But I also feel like I could be doing more. I could be making more money. There's other stuff out there that I could possibly be good at and be great at, to be at a level of close to, like, you know, up there, but it's just more of like the process of getting there. And I feel like time is really like ticking, especially for me, because I'm in my 30s. So it's like, if I'm gonna do something, I need to do it now, almost, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm 31, so it's like in 10 years I'm gonna be 41. So it's like, shoot, like, it's either do this right now in my 30s or don't do it at all. Do you feel like you've been having a lot of pressure in your 20s at all? Have you feel like it's been a lot on you, or you kind of just been taking it day by day?
Yeah, sometimes it could be a lot of weight on my shoulder, but me just being me is just, you know, just balancing and just adapting, you know, to my surroundings. So I learned how just to adapt around that. So
right. Is there anything you accomplished that you feel like was something that really, like, I guess, helped you overall as an adult? Like something you was like, oh, I did that. I'm happy I did that. A life decision, anything?
I mean, probably like me just moving out of that apartment.
Yeah.
That was like a big thing. Then I finally ended up getting my car and stuff. So that was like,
that was a big accomplishment for sure.
That was a goal of mine for like a long time. So.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was a big thing. It was a good thing to see from me too, because it was like, you know, us going through so much, and we'll touch on that in 1 second. Us going through so much, and then having to see you accomplish something like that, a goal that you said you wanted to accomplish. And so, let me tell y'all, let me spit some real stuff to y'all real quick. My brother said, he's like, I'm gonna get a car by this time. Like, he was so serious. And I was like, okay, yeah, get it, you gonna get it. You know how people tell you something, you like just hope for the best, you pray on it and stuff like that. When I'm telling you, my brother all of a sudden was like, I got my car. I was like, what? It literally happened like that. I feel like that's why I know that he's a person that could possibly get everything he wants, because once he's dedicated to something, he makes it happen. You know what I mean? Like, it was literally day and night. I remember when you told me, and I was like, he got a car. Let me see it. It was outside. I was like, it's outside. So I think that was definitely a big thing. And now you can just go when you please. You don't gotta worry about nobody picking you up, wasting money on Ubers and Lyfts, because that can cost money. And I think that was definitely a great accomplishment. That was 2024, right? You just got it. 2024.
2021.
2021. No, I mean
this year.
This year, you got your car this year. So yeah, and then it's a nice car, y'all. It's brand new. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's really a big accomplishment for you. Okay. So let's go into dealing with life after loss. So I'll kind of get on this a little bit before we get started on this topic, because it is a heavy topic for us both. As you all may have known, I talked about this on my podcast before. We lost our mother back in 2022. And we have been just working and dealing with healing, and we all been doing it in our separate, ways. Okay. My brother and I, we really don't touch on it. We'll talk about stuff here and there, but it's nothing that we actually had a conversation about. So this is the first time we would actually talk about it. Okay. So how have you been dealing with life after loss?
I don't really know how to. I've just been like this. Life just keeps going, so it's like you gotta keep going.
Yeah.
Even after you lose like a loved one like we did, you gotta keep going because that's something that they want you to do. So it just
Hold on.
so it's just really just making her proud. Me just accomplishing, you just accomplishing the things that we both want to accomplish in life. So that's all I've just been trying to push forward. Sometimes I can get like a heavy heart on like certain things, but talks with God helped a lot, and I just been just trying to keep pushing and keep going forward with everything.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's exactly how I feel too about it. There's certain moments that I'll have by myself that I'll have to just break down and cry a little bit, or I'll have to sit with myself and really, like you said, talk to God and work through it. But I really feel like my heart has softened. And what I mean by that is that I care about life so much right now at this moment that it's like the little things just fall off. They just fall off naturally. Like somebody can make me mad and I just be like, ain't that serious to me. Yeah. Because it's like at the end of the day, we're going to live and we're going to die. You know what I mean? And to lose such a big part of your life and to experience something like that, it really makes you look at life a different way. Like, we don't have time to waste and you gotta keep going. That is so important, because if we don't keep going, it's like, then we might as well die. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, I really feel like after the passing of my mom, my son saved my life the most. I must say that. My son brought a lot of light to my life. He kept me busy. He kept me distracted. When the month of July come around, I focus so much on my son's birthday now that it's like it kind of almost, I don't forget what happened in July, but I just kind of don't look at it exactly the same, if that makes sense. And I feel like God did that on purpose. Or the assistance of mommy and God putting my son's birthday around that same time frame, because it's so funny that it happened that way. Yeah. So I definitely feel like you said, you just gotta keep going. There's certain things that of course will be triggering, but at the end of the day, life don't stop. And she wouldn't want us to be sitting here dwelling. And she wouldn't want us to be upset and all of that. So I always think in my mind, like, what would my mom want from us? You know what I mean? So that's how I kind of deal with life after loss. Is there anything that you have been doing to heal or distract you? Like I said, I have my son to distract me. You don't really have like a kid or anything right now. I know we have family, everybody's around us, but what have you felt like you've been doing to distract you?
Just going to the gym. Going to the gym can be like, a little escape from like just reality in general. So it helped me like just clear my mind, just keep like just me being active, really. Like even if I'm going to play basketball, throw the football, it just helps me like just keep a clear head, and just keep being positive, everything.
Yeah. Staying busy definitely is one of those things. Now, when you do get alone, because everybody's alone time is different. When you do get alone, is there anything that possibly help you when you're alone? Besides, of course, working out. I'm talking about after you work out, after you get home, go to sleep. Is there anything that helps you in that sense?
Music.
Yeah,
music. It plays a big part. Like, just like different instruments. Just listen to music. I just love music in general. So
yeah.
Just even me starting to make my own music, it's just like it's a way to express myself.
Yeah.
A different way to express myself. So I really enjoy like doing music and listening.
And you
to
write now.
Yeah.
So you started to write more. and tap into that actual creative side. Have you thought about writing a book, or have you thought about writing poems, or are you sticking with music right now?
Did write a few poems, but
Mm-hmm.
I haven't wrote no poems like in a while.
Yeah,
Uh,
that could always help, like express, certain things. Like I used to write a lot. I stopped writing, and now I turn to my podcast and talk to my podcast. That is something that helps me. Um, just really get it out because I'm one of those people. I'm very introvert, so I don't talk to my emotions to everybody. I barely have like many friends around me. I keep it very low key. Like I'm just a quiet type of person, and I think we can relate on that. We talk to who we talk to, but at the end of the day, it's like you really not gonna know how I'm feeling unless I absolutely tell you. Like I
yeah,
really have to like sit here and like express it to you. Um, and I don't really do that rarely. And question, because I know this is something that's been I've been battling with. With that being said, of how we are as people, do you find it hard to express yourself to people, like when it's time to?
yeah. It's like I, sometimes I just don't. I don't even know how to say or how to express my emotions in a way,
Yeah.
and I don't want to come off like emotionless or
Mm-hmm.
any kind of way like that. So it's like it's been like difficult trying to like open up to people and
Yeah.
it's like talk about deep topics with people because sometimes that it could be like touching and stuff like in a way.
Yeah. I think I'm the same way. I think I just don't. I'm a talker, so I'll talk to somebody and try to uplift them. But then when it comes to my emotions, I'll be like, nah, I'm not gonna put my extra baggage on you because I have a lot going on within myself. So it's like I be more of just like protective of the reaction I guess I'm gonna get from someone, or like I'm just protected of my feelings, I guess, and I just don't want, I guess, my feelings to get in the wrong person's hands. Does that make sense? Like I don't
Yeah,
want my business even to get into the wrong person's hands, because then all of a sudden my business is everywhere. You know what I mean? So I'd rather tell my business before somebody else go tell my business.
yeah,
So I always try to get ahead of the curve when it comes to that. And it's just like some people just not gonna understand. Like you said, it's hard to put certain things in words. Like I can wake up tomorrow and be like, I'm sad. Like I'm not feeling it today, and people be like, why? What's wrong? What happened? I'm like, nothing happened. Nothing
yeah,
happened to me today. I'm just not feeling it today. Like it's days where, like after dealing with the loss and everything, there was days I woke up and I didn't know why I felt the way I felt.
yeah.
I'm angry. Why? Why am I angry? I'm just mad today. Like I'm just mad today because life just is lifing right now, and I can't express why I'm mad, but just let me be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or there'll be days I wake up and I just be crying. I'm just crying. Why you sad? Why you crying? And I can't explain it because it's like I got so much going on within my head or in my heart that it's like it's hard to even put in words sometimes. It's just a feeling.
Yeah.
So I completely understand how you feel when it comes to like explaining yourself. It's just hard to really do it sometimes. It's really hard to do it. So on that, what can you tell people about healing, the healing process? Because I know we're still healing. It's only been 2 years. But what can you tell people to do with healing, or how can you heal?
Uh, I feel like if you just try to do stuff like that you don't do usually, just to get that thought out your head, like going outside, like I don't know, like just enjoying more nature stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You try not to think about like those type of moments that hurt you so bad in your life.
Right.
So because like being in the house all day can get like overwhelming. Now your thoughts just roaming and roaming, so that's not helping in a way. So
Right.
try to do something out the box so you can like get that or those thoughts out your mind.
Right.
Know?
Right. Yeah. I've learned that the hard way. I've learned that the hard way, where it was like I wanted to stay inside. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to get out. And it drove me literally insane. It drove me insane. I was finding myself crying more often. I was finding myself blaming myself more often, thinking about the what ifs, or I could have prevented that. Or, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that I think about when I am just in my own little bubble. So I totally agree with when it comes to healing, you need to seek some type of distraction. Like you said, yours is going to the gym, music, getting out more, nature. I like to go to the park, walk around sometimes, just to really just appreciate what we still have while we're here, because some people don't get to see what we have right now. And yes, the world is crazy. There's so much going on in the world, and sometimes you can get distracted by that, and sometimes we got to put our phones down, or sometimes we got to get away from the TV, or sometimes we got to step away from certain stuff in the world and really just like take a deep breath and look around and like just enjoy the people that you have in your life, the genuine people in your life, and enjoy what you're seeing in front of you, because somebody didn't wake up this morning, you know what I mean? Someone didn't get to say goodbye to their loved ones. Someone didn't get to, walk in the park, you know what I mean? So I think that's super, super, super important. And I think that even goes with what we're saying, like, try to accomplish all your goals. Like, once you get into that moment of like feeling down or whatever, part of the healing process is trying to continue to do better for yourself so you can heal yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a work in progress, and I think everyone's healing is different, you know what I mean? I think everyone is definitely different, because some people gotta cry, some people gotta just cry it out and really break down and have a experience like no other, and some people can work hard and heal, you know what I mean? It's so many different ways to heal that it's like hard to touch on one way, because it really is whatever suits your life.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I've been taking it day by day. I think my son is really the biggest distraction that I had. Like, becoming a mother has been the most fulfilling thing and the most craziest thing, but it's helped me heal, because I feel like now I have someone that's looking up to me that needs me to be good, you know what I mean? So it's like, now I can't let him down, because if I let him down, then it's like, what am I doing with my life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just really something that it makes no sense, but it's hard to even explain like the process of how to heal, because it's literally all over the place. One day you'll feel it, one day you don't. One day you feel it, one day you don't. It's just really focusing on your goals and what you want to complete, and enjoying life, and just taking a deep breath and realizing that life goes on. Now, last topic before we stop recording, because I don't want this to be too lengthy. Is there anything that, I guess, spiritually, that has uplifted you with your healing process?
Spiritually?
Yeah.
Besides like just being more connected like with God, like I feel like after like having that loss, I like just connected with God more, with myself more in general.
Right.
So it's like that like helped me like a big part, like just me praying more, like praying every day, even though I haven't been like going to church like,
which is okay,
like often like I should be. I'm still like connected with God in a way.
Right.
So like that like it helps a lot.
Right. And that's the thing. I want people to understand that like you don't have to go to church to be connected with God. You can be connected with God in your own setting, in your own way. Because I used to feel the same way, like, oh, I'm not connected because I'm not doing this and that. But there's other ways to do it. So I definitely agree. So yeah, just being connected in your own bubble with God is definitely something that is very important, no matter how you do it. And even if you not you in particular, but even if the listener, whoever listening, even if you don't connect with God and you have a different spirituality or whatever you seek in far as your higher power, just, always take that into account, that you don't have to actually be around a big crowd doing it. Like, long as you have that within your heart, that's all that matters. And that's what, it's good that you are in tune with that. That's very important. Yeah. Well, guys, this was a great conversation. This was 35 minutes. This is way longer than I wanted it to be, but it's okay. I want to thank my brother so much for coming on my podcast. This podcast was actually a little bit more chill. We'll probably have better topics. I'll try to get him back on here eventually when he starts doing more of his YouTube and his clothing line, hopefully very soon. So we'll get him back on here to talk about some more upbeat stuff, and that way you guys can see his personality a little bit more. But thank you guys so much. Listen, thank you so much for coming on my podcast, Samaj. It really means a lot to me. Especially because we don't get to talk often about these type of topics. Let people know where they can find you again.
You can find me on Instagram at Maj4K with 2 J's. And you can find me on YouTube at Maj4K.
Right, all right. Go follow him. His page is going to be big. I'm telling y'all, my brother is really, really, really good at what he does. And when he focuses on things, I feel like he can really accomplish it. And I can't wait for him to do all these great things that he say he's going to do. So we're about to eat breakfast. It's Sunday. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you. And remember. If someone said love don't make the world go round, they fucking lie. They're a liar. All right. God bless. Amen. Bye.